My hair is still actively wet. Hold it. It's like dripping. It's like dripping into my eyes. Welcome back to my channel. I got a comment the other day on one of my shorts about how I grow my 4C hair. I thought I'd make a whole video about it because I like talking about my hair, and it's honestly my hair journey. We're reaching what? Basically, I would say 5 or 6 years now of me growing my hair, and I know what you're thinking.
Mary Jo, 5 or 6 years and your hair's that short.
We'll get to it. First thing I want to preface this video by saying, you can't really do anything to make your hair grow. Like, your hair grows how much it's gonna grow in a year. I think it's like 6 inches in a year, something like that. Your hair like naturally just grows at that pace. You can't like speed up that process and make your hair grow like a foot in a year or something like that. It's just, you get what you get and you don't get upset. The name of the game is retention. You're trying to retain length when you grow your hair. That's what a lot of people with 4C hair struggle with, retaining length. You know, I'm not an expert on this stuff, but I know a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two, so I'm gonna share a thing or two with you. Like, let's start from the very beginning. I didn't start taking care of my hair really on my own until I was like freshman year of high school. Up until then, my mom was doing my hair. She braided my hair. She also washed my hair. So I didn't really have to worry too much about what was going on in my head. But like freshman year, I got in my head that my hair wasn't long enough. You know, I wanted my hair to be longer. It seemed like it had never grown in my life. So I was all like, no, I need my hair to be longer. But did I do anything to make it longer? No. Actually, instead, I took a flat iron to it and I straightened it to a crisp. You know that sizzling noise when you straighten your hair? Yeah, that's what she was doing every single day for a year. All of sophomore year. If it wasn't in braids, it was straight. But it wasn't that straight is the problem. She was very unhealthy. She was very dead. Okay, so by the end of that year, she was gone. All my hair completely dissipated. And I wasn't really seeing it at the time how bad it is, but I look back now at that video and I'm like, huh? How was you cool? No. No. When I realized that my hair was fried, this was 2019. So I went on the journey of like trying to fix everything that was wrong with my hair. That took me through twists and turns. Not gonna lie. But ultimately I made the decision April 2020 and I decided that I needed to chop off the dead ends because that was what I was seeing on TikTok. Everyone was all like, oh, your hair won't grow if you have dead ends, so you gotta chop them off. But you know, pandemic had just started. There was really nothing I could do, and I had never cut my hair before. That was another thing, that my hair had never been cut, which is why I was upset with the length. I did my thing and I took some like craft scissors to my hair and I just cut off anything that looked dead. Mind you, all of it looked like this, so all of it came off. And then my hair was super short. Now looking back at that video, I wish I had just shaved off all of my hair, if I'm being completely honest. I mean, it's flourishing now and I love it, but honestly, it was the pandemic. No one was gonna see me. I should have just shaved it clean off. Probably would have been in the same position I'm in right now, but c'est la vie. During that year of trying to figure out what to do with my hair, I put literally everything in her. You know, I was doing like avocado mask, honey mask on my hair. I did rice water treatments for a hot second. I did hot oil treatments. I was putting anything and everything into my hair to help it grow. So I feel like I now have the wisdom to tell you what you should and what you should not do, because I don't think I necessarily hurt my hair in any of the process, but I feel that had I known the right ways to go about things, I wouldn't have wasted so much time with all those like random like treatments that weren't really helping. Number one, if you want to retain length when growing your hair, you need to know what porosity your hair is. It just helps you picking out products. You shouldn't be using products that don't benefit the porosity of your hair, because your hair is going to soak up the stuff that it can, and if you're putting stuff on it that's not meant for your hair, it's not really helping you. There's porosity tests online. Basically, you'd like take a strand of your hair, preferably already fallen out. Don't like go yanking pieces of hair out of your head, but like, you know, you lose some hair, put it in a cup of water for like, I think it's like 5 minutes, and then wherever it lands in the cup is where your porosity is for your hair, and then that is the guide that you should be using when looking for products. Your porosity, one, can change based on just your health in general, and two, what's on your hair. Very much at the beginning of my hair journey, I thought I was low porosity. It turns out that I was more like regular to high porosity, just because I had so much product on my hair and I wasn't clarifying. So that's number two. Number two on our list, make sure you're clarifying your hair. You can put as many products as you want into your hair. I don't recommend it, but if you're not clarifying that, then it's going to gunk up your scalp and gunk up your hair and cause it to break and fall off. I do a clarifying shampoo once a month just to make sure that my hair and my scalp is very, 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 very clean and stripped down to its roots so that I can build it back up again. Because a lot of times when I was like going through my hair journey, it was me thinking that I had like low porosity hair, and that's when your hair doesn't really absorb water well. But all it was that I had excess oils on my head, and like oil and water, they don't mix. So like nothing was gonna penetrate my hair because there was already stuff on it. Number 3 is minimizing your products. You really don't need like the overconsumption of products. Like granted, there's some things that really do work well. One thing that I will say is the only product that I've ever put anyone onto, and I mean this with my whole heart, like this is the product that I will put every single person who asks me about curls. And I get a lot of questions about my curls because they do look nice, but I do get a lot of questions about it, and I love sharing everything that I've learned throughout this journey because it's been a fun process. Like overall, I just like caring about my hair, so I'm always going to talk about it. But this is the one product that I've always put people onto, because the second this stuff touched my hair, the sky cleared up. Birds sounded crisper. Like literally, this is my holy grail. I love it so much. It's in my hair right now. It's a leave-in conditioner. It's Honey by Camille Rose, and I use it all the time. There is never going to be, like with all my other products, they can run out and I'll be all like, ah, dang it, like I ran out of a product. This, I will never let it run out. This is the level that it'll be at, and now I gotta get a new one. Now I gotta get a new one because I can never run out of this. If I have a wash day without it, I'll start to crash out. Honestly, I'm not even joking with y'all. I will crash out if I don't have this. This is the one product that I think really works well, and I've heard from my friends too when I put them onto it that they've also seen the same results that I see. So it is just a very good leave-in conditioner. But back to what I was saying, number 3 is products. You don't need that many. What you need is probably, I would say 2 shampoos. One regular shampoo and one clarifying shampoo. You need a conditioner, you need a deep conditioner, and you need a leave-in conditioner. And then I'd say like gel or mousse depending on how you style your hair. I know for me, before my curly hair journey, it was constantly in braids, so like that's up to you. But I really think that you only need 5 products total. You don't need like a whole slew of things. Like maybe when you're finding out what works for your hair, sure, but all the time you don't need a big, huge, long like list of curly hair products. It's not necessary. Your hair really doesn't need all that. Number 4, make sure your styles aren't too much tension on your hair. Most of my childhood, it was braids to braids to braids. You would never really see my natural hair, and if you did see my natural hair, it was also in twists. Like you were never seeing my natural hair when I was younger, not because I didn't like it, but that's just what was manageable for a child, which makes sense. But now I try to like have braids and then give myself at least a month off from this like braiding my hair, because my edges, they can't take it, guys. They can't take it. And that's really where I struggle in my hair retention length, is my edges, because they're finer pieces of hair. And my hair's already fine as is. I really try to protect my edges from really anything. This time around, I think I had braids like back to back twice, or maybe, yeah, twice I had braids back to back and I didn't really have a break in between. So I'm taking like a little 3-month gap right now where I don't do any braids on my hair, like braids with extensions. I'm doing like cornrows or twists just to keep them out of my way, but like really high tension styles, try to stay away from them if you're trying to retain length. I don't even know what number we're on right now, I'm gonna be honest with you, but really try to love your hair at every state that it's at. I know that seems kind of like weird and like not important, but it really is true. Like even when I first cut my hair, I learned to style it at the length that it was at and love my hair where it was at, because like your body can like feel the stress that you feel when you're doing your hair. We all have that moment where we're trying to get ready for an event and our hair is just not hairing the way we want it to, and you're stressed and it's not turning out any better because you're stressed. That's the same kind of concept with your hair all the time. If you're looking at your hair and you're like, oh, this isn't good enough, I don't like it, blah, 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 your body can feel that, and it's going to like actualize that and physicalize that in your the health of your hair. So just like try to be kind to it. You know, I'm not saying like sit there and talk to your hair and be like, you're that girl, you know, but she is that girl. She is that girl. That's one thing that I took away from my natural hair journey, is when I started loving it at every stage that it was at, it honestly looked better. Like it's hard to do, I know, because like especially if you're dealing with shorter hair, it's very hard to do, but it's something that you have to learn. Another thing probably is the health of yourself too. Like I went like a few good like months where I was like putting everything in my hair, like the avocado mask, the honey mask, the mayo mask, like whatever, and like the rice water. And like at a certain point, you have to be eating those things too. Like you have to have a balanced diet so that the inside of your body is clean enough so that your hair can grow the way it's supposed to. Your hair is a part of your body and it's going to react to the way you treat your body too. So if you're not eating healthy, if you're not like really living a healthy lifestyle, your hair's gonna suffer. It is going to suffer. If you're not drinking water, your hair is gonna suffer. Just the same way that you like put water on your hair to give it moisture, your body needs that too. You can't just only work on your hair. You need to also have stuff inside of you that's also helping too. One of the most important things, find a curl specialist in your area. Go get that trim, because realistically my hair didn't really start flourishing until I started getting trims. And I mean that. My first trim, I got it now it's been 2 years since I got my first trim ever, and my hair's flourished ever since. Like the trim that I did back in 2020, that was with craft scissors, and I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea where I was going with the trim. And yes, you can learn how to trim your own hair, but like, wouldn't you rather have someone who knows exactly what they're doing playing in your hair instead of someone who knows nothing about what they're doing playing in your hair? Exactly. It's better to do a bunch of little trims than have to do a big chop because your hair is completely unhealthy. I was just sitting here editing. I wanted to add 3 to 4 months is what's recommended for getting trims, but if you don't need a trim, like if you don't have any dead ends at like the 3 to 4 month mark, then you don't need to get a trim. Like you don't have to get them that frequently if your hair doesn't need it. But if your hair does need it, get them. It's not gonna hurt your hair to get a little trim. I know for me, I can go like 4 or 5 months without getting a trim because I don't really get split ends like that anymore. Do what's best for your hair. Listen to your hair and respond accordingly. Don't let just anyone play up in your hair. That's important, because I've talked about this on my channel before, but I recently went back home to Togo, and the last time I got my hair done, because I got my hair done twice while I was there, the last time I got my hair done, they really played in my hair. And it did not feel good, and I'm still suffering the consequences on my scalp right now. So don't let anyone play in your hair. Do your research before you go see someone. Don't just be doing anything. Like there are so many horror stories out there of people just letting anyone play in their hair, and you don't want to be one of those horror stories. I beg of you. Like mine was bad, but there are people who have suffered so much worse at the hands of people who call themselves stylists. So make sure you're researching before you sit in anybody's chair, because not everybody deserves to touch your hair. Like literally protect that. Protect that, because you need to. It is yours. Don't let anyone touch it. This is another one for anyone who's like going through, like if you're watching this in your journey of caring for your 4C hair and you don't know how to, and you've watched a million videos and you think you have all your opinions on them. I've had the same opinions when looking for videos on my 4C hair, okay? And my number one thing is, if you're watching like a tutorial on something about your 4C hair, or just watching how to care for your 4C hair, remember that like if your hair is not healthy, it is not going to look like a person with healthy 4C hair, if that makes sense. Okay, if I'm doing a tutorial on my hair and I'm going, oh, this is a 4C hairs tutorial, if your hair is not already in good health, the style is not going to come out the same. And that's what I wasn't understanding when I was growing up and looking at these videos and being all like, well, my hair doesn't look like this. One, all 4C hair doesn't look the same. That's for one. All 4C hair doesn't look the same, and you generally don't have only one pattern of curl on your head. But if your hair is not healthy, doing the same things that someone with healthy hair is going to do isn't going to look the same on you. And that was a hard pill to swallow. That was a hard pill to swallow, but a pill nonetheless that I needed to swallow. After my hair got healthy, because again, this is what she looks like, all the styles started looking good. You know what I'm saying? And it's not to say that you can't style your hair when it's unhealthy, but looking to tutorials of people with healthy hair isn't going to help you. Another thing that you'll notice while your hair is getting longer is that your hair curl, like your hair pattern will get looser, not because of like heat or damage or anything, but just because your hair is getting longer. It's getting heavier, and the longer it is, the looser your curl is going to be, just naturally speaking. Like even if you have 4C hair, it's still going to be 4C, but it might be a looser curl just because your hair is being weighed down by the weight of your own hair. And that's a good thing. It's nothing to be like, oh, I don't have the same curl pattern that I used to. Love your hair in every state, guys. It's very necessary to love your hair no matter what, because it is your hair, and you should love everything about yourself. Prioritize the health of your hair over length. That is really what I want y'all to take away from this video, is that the health of your hair is way more important than the length. The length will come when the health comes. You need to be taking care of your hair like it's literally an organ. Like I'm you need to be taking care of your hair like it's an organ. Like, you really do. Like, the health of your hair is the most important thing. You should be worrying more about that than the length. I see so many times like people having long hair, but it's dead and it's frying off and it's breaking so much. And it's all like, yeah, I mean, if that's what you want, go ahead. But me personally, the reason why my hair is the length that it is and the way it's flourished in the last few years is because I prioritize the health of my hair over the length, always, because the length will come back, but the health is so much harder to retain. Your hair's gonna grow regardless, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's always a given, but the health of your hair will be detrimental to everything else that you want. Like, it will make your styles harder to do. Like, I know for me, I've been growing out my bangs right now, and once they're to a certain length, I'm doing another big chop so that all my hair is like the shape that I want it to be, because I have so many different lengths in my hair that I want them all to be just a little bit more even and like layered. But like, that's not a problem to me. Like, honestly, I could shave all my hair off right now. I won't, because I have no reason to. But like, that's the kind of mentality that you have to have, that you love your hair, but like also to love your hair, you gotta cut it sometimes. Those are just my tips and tricks. I have another video up on my page about how I do my wash and goes and what products I use in my hair, if you want to go see that. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, tune into the next video. You can find me on Instagram, you can find me on TikTok, and I will talk to you later. Bye!